everyone, Barry here from Mitosu Crafts. Thank you for joining me today. I am your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based here in the UK. Also, we are available in France, Germany, Netherlands and Austria. So for today's video, it is a video for the for a blog hop which we're currently doing, which is the Gentleman Crafters Design Team blog hop, which is a group of male demonstrators throughout the world that get together via the blog and create something nice for you. So be sure to check out their links over on our blog to go and see what creations they have all been up to. But for our creation today, I am going to be making for you a never-ending card. It's one which I've seen a lot of. It's one which I haven't seen this particular fold done with it before. So hopefully this is going to be something a little bit different for you. Well, I've seen the idea, but I haven't seen this type of fold been done too many times. I've seen it being done before, where it's several pieces of cardstock which have then been stuck together. So this is just going to be using one sheet of paper, and just by folding it in a certain way to make it a never-ending card, and by using some designer series paper. So I'm using this one here at the moment, which is from the Best Dressed designer series paper suite pack, and I'm using this one here, as well as the Little Ladybug stamp set, which is a freebie stamp set with you when you spend a qualifying order of 275 or in orders, and you can then get this free of charge. So host a party, or if you've got a large wish list, then you can earn that one free of charge. I'm also going to be using the happy birthday sentiment from the Witty-cisms stamp set as well. Okay, so I'm going to crack on. I'm going to do this, and I am going to do the base first. So what you need to do is you need to cut this to 8 inches square. Okay, so 8 inches by 8 inches. So I'm using purple posy cardstock here for this particular one. So 8 by 8, and then that can go to one side. I'm going to just pop this to one side as well, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bit of scrap white paper, and I'm going to cut some pieces. I need 4 squares. So I need 4 squares measuring 1 13/16 by 1 13/16. Okay, so I need 4 of those. So that's it. So get rid of that one, and then we'll go. So 13/16 is just 3/8 away from the 2 inch. Okay. So if you're unsure of in inches, you basically just want to count the little lines. So if I'm doing 13, so I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that's how we do it. So if I bring that one up to, can you see where we are? And that's 1 13/16. All right, so you need 4 of those. So we will pop those. Actually, I'll do those now whilst I've got them. So we're going to grab these. I am going to take my You're As Cute As a Bug for one of them. Let's put his black ink somewhere. There we go. So You're As Cute As a Bug. Ink that up with some memento. And we'll put that one down like so. And I will clean as I go this time, because it's a bit easier. I'm going to take the bugs and just have a bit of scrap paper on this one, because I don't want to get my base dirty. So I'm using the strip of bugs just to go down there. I'm stamping all of these first, because what I don't want to do is I want them to be good and dry before I come to the colouring. Okay, So I just might as well guess it doesn't take long to dry, but I may as well just get them out or get it out of the way nice and early, and then that way there's no hesitation. They will definitely be dry. So I'm taking a bug. We pop her in there. Pop her to one side. This is a cute little stamp set. It's really, it's a lovely set. Take another bug. So this one's like giving a big. Actually, no, I want to do the other one. Actually, so just clean that one off. I just realised I want to do that one there. I think I can get her in there. Yeah, I can. That's it. I'll pop this one in. That's it, pop that onto one side. And then we'll come over to the final bit of stamping, where I'm going to use the Witty-cisms Happy Birthday out of this one here, and then the bugs like I've done on that first one. So we go Happy Birthday, kind of like top, middle, that one there. Clean that off, and then we'll take the little bugs again, those little row of bugs. That's it. And we will then just pop that in the bottom like so. All right, so that's all of my stamping done for this card. So that's going to just dry up nicely for you. So just clean that, and good, pop that there. Lovely, let's pop those to one side. So good. So like I said, there's my 4 stamping elements. So I'm just going to let those dry up a little bit, and then I'll start colouring those ones in very shortly. All right, so I'll just pop that to one side. What we also now need to do is we need 2 sheets of, well, if you're like me, you'll use the least amount of paper as possible. So you want 2 sheets. So I can get this out of 2 sheets. It can get a little bit complicated. If you want to make it easier for yourself, use more sheets of paper. You will get a bit more wastage, but as long as you think about how you're doing it, you can limit the wastage and make sure that you use that wastage for later on. So I need to cut these to the 1 13 squares again. So I'm going to cut one strip out first, keep it in order, and then I'm going to go that one there. All right, and then I've got a strip here. I'm going to do the same on this one right here. So on the second piece, keep it in order at the moment, because what you want to do is you need to paper piece it back together, and you want the pattern to work. All right, so I'm just going to cut these into squares now. It, that one there. So you can see I'm popping them back in the order that I've cut them, so they will piece together. So there's my first square there. Then I will then take I didn't do this one. And then I will then do this for the other piece. So I'm just going to keep this into order. You'll see what I'm doing at the moment in a moment. A bit better once I can move the trimmer. So you need 12 pieces of these squares, so 1 by 13/16 by 1 by 13/16. You'll need 12 of these, and then the 4 pieces of the Whisper White which you stamped on. And I don't think this is going to be the pattern on this one isn't too bad actually. I've picked this one specifically. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't match up too much. So whereas if you've got one which is a heavy pattern which will look odd if it doesn't match up with each other, then just be careful with, just make sure you have enough pieces to do so. All right, so I've got 14 pieces here. 15, sorry, pieces. All right, so I need one square. I need another square over here. Okay, and then I've kind of got, I'm just gonna not worry about it too much. They're gonna go in like so, and then I need another one, which is like so. That's it, that one there. All right, so I want it to be that one. I want to remove that one. I want to remove that one. I want to remove, I'm going to pop one down here. I want to remove that one, and I want to remove that one there. Okay, and then that gives us a couple of pieces here, and then a strip which you can do something with later on, and another strip which you can do if you really want to. You've got these lots of little bits which you can do something with, but to be honest with you, they're the ones which I will be putting in the bin. But I will be keeping these strips, I think, because they will come in handy for some other stuff. All right, so they're my panels. So I'm just going to keep those in order at the moment. So I'm just going to pop those up like so. All right, now that I've had these, I've had a good time to dry. I'm going to just dry. I'm just going to now colour these in. So I've got my blends here. I've got a series of blends. So I've got Poppy Parade. So I'm going to just take my Poppy Parade and I'm just going to colour in this little ladybug. So this is a dark Poppy Parade. Okay. Whilst I've got the Poppy Parade out, you know what, I'm just going to work through and just do all of these at the same time. So it's that one. So has anyone got this stamp set yet? Please let us know. Please share with us what you've also been making with it as well. We'd love to see what you've made. So if you do create anything, tag us in with it. So at Mitosu Crafts would normally find us quite easily on social media. So just tag Mitosu Crafts. And then that way, when you post it on your timelines, for all of your your friends and family to see your lovely creation, we will also see it as well. So please do that. We would love to see it. So that's her wings coloured in. I'm going to take the light crumb cake here, which I'm going to use for colouring in the body. So I'm going to just colour in the body over here on this one, on that one, and then we'll just colour in So that's that one. So nothing fancy. I'm just doing really pretty much some block colouring, but you can do sort of, so you can, with the blends as they're alcohol, you can do some fancy colouring if you want to. I might just bring in a little bit of a darker one, just to give it a little bit of shading, maybe around like underneath her chin. Might just go a little bit darker, and underneath her arm there, kind of underneath her wings and at the back a little bit. And the same there, let's do it underneath her, and kind of underneath her arms, kind of round her feet, somewhere where I think some shadow might be. And then I'm just going to go back over it with the lights just to blend that out a little bit, just to soften the line. And it will just give a little bit of shading. Okay, I'm going to grab a light blue for the back here. This is, I saw Jay using this the other day. I thought, well, that's a good idea, using blue instead of black. So this is Night of Navy. Okay, and then I'm going to take the dark one, again, just to create a little bit of a shadow. And then I grab the light one again, just to blend that out a little bit. Let's give her a yellow flower, or a yellowy orangey flower. So this is the Melon Mango. That's that one there. Take a grey. I'm just using the grey here on her black dots, just so it's not as stark white, just on those highlights, just to soften those down a little bit. That's the one. And then I'm going to take the ivory pen for her face. All right, so we used the ivory. Which is there, and then we just use the ivory just on the face down there, and down there. Then what you can do as well, if you grab yourself a light balmy blue or a light blue, and then we will just colour around the edges of her, just to make her pop off the page just that little bit more. So we do that. It just helps make them, just helps make your pictures pop. Just that little bit. So I do that. Obviously I've got two large images which need it there, and then what I do is I just do it ever so slightly on the small, just going around and roughly, just kind of give them a bit of a halo. There we go, and that's all my colouring done. All right, so I can pop my blends to one side. All right, and that's what we're doing. So even as a nice little card, you could do something like that on the card base with those, and a nice little panel or something. There's so many options which you can do with it. I think they're quite cute, or a nice little staggered card like so. Would look quite nice on a bit of designer series paper as well. Anyway, that's what I'm not what I'm here to do. I'm here to show you this never-ending card. So I've coloured in, I've cut my card panels, I've cut this. So now we're on to the final part and the construction of this card here. All right. So you're going to need to grab yourself a scoring tool. So you can either use a trimmer or you can use your scoreboard if you've got a scoreboard, and we're going to bring this in. So I want to now pop this in and I want to be scoring this at 2 inches. So 2, 4, 6, turn it round and do it again. So 2, 4, and 6. All right, and that's that done. So then we will fold and burnish all of these. And this one here. And now what we want to do is we want to grab our trimmer again. So let's just, so we're in like so. All right, you want to now fold it in half, and we want to be cutting out these 2 squares here. So I'm going to pop it in. So the opening is this side, in like so. Line it up with 2 inches here, and then. And obviously you can see on our trimmers, you've got the ruler down here and you've got some little marks on the blade right there. So I'm going to line that mark up with that score line as I come down. So I've lined it up with 2 inches here. We come down to 2. And that's done. And then I'll take it out, turn it round. So all I've done is I've just literally just turned it round. Line it up with 2 again. And do exactly the same. So down to the 2 inches. Okay. Now just turn it round. So the opening is still this side here. Line it up with 2 inches here. Bring the blade into the middle. And then cut up to 2 inches. And then down to 6 inches. And that should slide out. There we go. Perfect. Good. And that has given you a center panel like so. All right. So I have made a template here. So with the bits where they're going to go. So I'll take a picture of this. So the ones. Get it around the right way. So you're going to be putting the first panel there, the second panel on those ones, turn it over, the 4th panel there and there, and the 3rd panel there and there. All right, and the ones with the crosses on it are what are going to get stuck down. I'll take a still picture of this. This might help you when you're positioning, when you're planning, okay? But I will leave it. I will show you as we're going what is happening. Okay, so I'm just manipulating this round how I want it to go. That's it. So we are going to stick down. So as I've got it out in front of me, we're going to grab your glue. We'll do the panels afterwards. So we want to be sticking this one and this one here together. So as I'm looking at it, so I'm looking at it like this. So I've got my, so I want to be doing that one and that one over here. So I want to put some glue on this panel here. And then I'm going to fold that in and over like so. Okay, and I'm going to do exactly the same. So not turning it round yet. So that one's going to go to this one here. And we'll turn that around. I'll turn it around now because it's easier just to... And try and manipulate it as you're doing it so it doesn't interfere too much. You'll know what I mean. Obviously, if it feels like it's overlapping onto the other one, just manipulate it round a little bit. So there we go. So that's that. So that's what we've just done. Now what we need to do is I'm going to turn this one over. Well, basically what we're doing then is we've done that and that, that and that. So now what we need to do is we now need to do that and that and that and that. So it's this corner to that corner, that corner to that corner. So it's basically the opposites now of what you stuck down. So that's going to go in like so. And then that one there is going to go. So you're making a 4x4 card. Right, so you've now got your 4x4 card. All right, it's now time to stick on your paper and your little bugs. All right, so I'm going to stick on, that one's going to go in here. So I'm now going to take, as I've laid these out earlier on in the order I wanted them and still left them undisturbed. So this is now where it comes in handy. All right, so because I'm going to have that one there, I'm going to have that one there, and so on. So it's going to go from that one to that one to that one to that one over here. All right. You can probably just about see that in there. It'll make sense in a moment, but all right. So I'm just going to slide over just so I give myself a bit of working room here. All right. So let's grab my glue. You're as cute as a bug. He says, trying to get the glue out. There we go. And that's going to stick on like so. And then we do it exactly the same. So taking it in order as we've got it laid out. So top right, bottom right. And try and keep it as much of the same pattern as you possibly can, because it will look a little bit more pleasing to the eye if you do. That's it, so that's my first panel. So then we open it, go to the second one. So 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll stick the bug up there. That's that one. So then we'll turn that one round to that panel. So the idea is that the bug is jumping from panel to panel. So we've moved from this panel, the picture, to this panel. That one there. That's it, we'll just put the bug on. To the final one. Open that final one up, which should then be there. So bring that one in, and then it will end up on the happy birthday. That's it. So if you do make any of these cards, please tag us. So if you share it over on social media, we would love to see what you actually create. So and the easiest way of doing that, well, one, you can either share it with us directly over on our Mitosu Stampers page, which we would love you to be a part of. So if you want to come over and join that, and then you can share pictures with us so we can see, or tag us is the other way which you can do it. So at Mitosu Crafts, or just start typing Mitosu Crafts, and our name should pop up, and then just tag us in your comments, and then we will then get to see, it will ping up on our timeline as well, so we will get to see it. So we'd love to see what you actually do. That's it. And that's it. So that's the card, and then we are then back to the beginning. Okay, so there we go. So we've got You're as Cute as a Bug, nice papers, turn it round, we have a bug, we have a bug, and happy birthday. And then we go back to the beginning. And then that's how it goes all the time. So we are up. That's it. So fold it around, and it's just, you can just sit here and play with this all day long, can't you? It's just never ending, and hence the name, never ending card. All right, so that's how you make, let's go back to the beginning, your never ending card. I've made a couple of versions of this. If I just show you what I've made, I've done this same one with using some different paper from the Best Dressed suites as well. So it's actually the same principle. This is using the Petal Pink, which I think is quite nice, which is that one there. So using the same stamp sets, but just a different paper, just a different colour family, which is that one. And I've also made one here as well, which is more manly. Okay, so this is using the country. I've forgotten what it's called. I had it earlier on. Country. It's the golf one. Country Club. There we go. I got it just as I was about to come. Country Club Design Series paper. So it's golfing one side, so perfect for all your golfers in your family if you've got golfers. If not, you've got this nice pattern paper on the back here, and I've used the Witty-cisms stamp sets, which is this one here for creating this. So looking sharp, tack about awesome, relax and chinchilla out, and then happy birthday, and using a little meerkat from the Gangs All Mere freebies stamp set with celebration. Okay, and then we're back to the beginning. So they're my variations which I've made using this technique, but obviously the one which we've done today using pattern paper and so on, and the lovely little ladybug stamp set. So good. All right, so I hope you like that. I will post all the information over on the blog as well with some measurements and so on, so that will be down there as well for you, as well as my I've done the template for it, so which might help you out if you want to stick them on flat and so on. So all I've just done is the panel 1, top right, bottom right, top left, bottom left, and so on. So that's panel 1, panel 1, panel 2, turn it over, 3, 3, and then 4, 4, and where it's crosses are where they stick together to make your card. All right, so I'll pop that template, I'll take a picture of that and pop that template up for you if that makes it a little bit easier. But yes, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy the rest of the projects from the Gentleman Crafters blog hop. I'm sure they've come up with some amazing projects, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've done. And yeah, I hope you do too. Excellent. Thanks for watching, and we will be back with you shortly. Okay, see you soon. Bye for now. Bye.